Yeah, NBA Straya, how you going? How you going? Hope you're all right. You should be. It's Tuesday, November 19. And I am your host, James Clements. This is NBA Straya. And we're going to do a short one today. Oh, is that right, Jim? When you say that, it's usually an hour. Nah, we're going short. Time crunch. But also, this is what we do for Tuesdays. We're just going to do in and out, quick, very, very short ones. So I'm here in Larry Armour Studios, hanging out. We're talking Dame time. We're going to do the wraps from today's show. We've got NBA Cup Day 3 to preview tomorrow, and we'll smash through some of the daily awards, and that'll be it. How good's that? I'm excited to do standings check. Just so, look, we've got a couple of outliers, a couple of interesting ones, so it's going to be fun to talk them all out, isn't it? Yes, Jim, it will be. It better be, he says. It better be. All right, so that'll be kind of fun. So we'll do the game wraps, the latest news, blah, 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 blah. That's not a knife, old mate, no mate. Spud of the night, better than Lonzo Ball. We won't do any yeah-nahs or outback takeouts or anything today. We'll do a very, very brief Australian play watch. Only a couple of Aussies in action today as well. And then we'll preview NBA Cup Day 3 for you and get out of your hair. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. Episode 1157 of NBA Straya. Let's go!
This is Josh Giddey.
G'day, this is Andrew Gaze.
This is Jack White.
This is Joe Ingles.
This is DYSON Daniels.
This is Chris Anstey.
This is Matthew Delvedova.
This is Shane Hill.
Hi, this is Ryan Brockhoff.
This is Mitch Creek. This is Mick Kay.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya. You're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening and watching NBA Straya.
This is NBA Australia. Let's do it.
Watch out for the Shaq attack.
You better, especially if you're Dwight Howard. Going a bit of back and forth on the old tweet machine. Dwight's like, hey, Shaq, what's up? Boxing emoji. Let's make bread. Laughing emoji. Shaq responded, got to have more than one ring to get in the ring with me. I'll stick with a real champion like Rob Gronkowski, and you can have the Superman belt. All yours, buddy. Dwight responded, my bad, I didn't read the rule book. Duck. Emoji. Dwight doesn't kind of get it, does he? He just... Yeah. Anyway. I do love it anytime Shaq dunks on like a lesser big man. And Shaq dunked on Dwight Howard just then. Right, let's do a daily whip around. That's how we start all these shows. The daily whip around. That sort of sounded. We'll do it louder. Come on, do it again. There you go. Hey, Julius, there's a pandemic going on for traveling for game winners. That's right. Julius Randle traveled before his game-winning 3 yesterday against the Suns after Tatum traveled in his game winner against the Raptors. Lifted his pivot foot before the releasing his... Hey! Here's an idea, NBA refs. Shush. Like, who is this for? I love it. It's like, we keep fucking up. It's like, all right, don't then. Seriously, back-to-back game winners that should have been fucking called travels. Just call the fucking travel. What are we doing here? Or don't put out fucking last 2-minute reports. It's just stupid. It's weird. Fucking quit it. Anyway, the Extreme Zinger Meal.
The Extreme Zinger Meal.
He's back and practicing with the Maine Celtics, which is kind of cool. So that's the next part of his recovery process. So, i.e. getting a bit of a run in. The Extreme Zinger Meal. Hopefully he'll be supercharged very soon.
Supercharged Zinger Burger.
I can't wait for the Zinger to be back. Big Mo Brown. That's right, Moses Brown to sign with the Indiana Pacers because they've already lost James Wiseman and Isaiah Jackson to Achilles tears, which is crazy. They've just got no one left. Miles Turner was out today as well. So they just need some big bodies. It also did mean our man Johnny Furphy got a bit of a run around for the Pacers, which is kind of neat. Other little bits and bobs. Pat Riley will be getting a statue from the Lakers. The Lakers are good at giving statues to people. It's kind of neat, especially considering that the actual, organization Pat Riley's now in charge of and has been for a long time, the Miami Heat, decided to not give tribute videos to Caleb Martin or Kyle Lowry today. Hashtag unpopular opinion of the day, good. Like the Heat said, yeah, we reserve those for players who have won a title or made an all-star game while with the team. That's exactly right. So We're not going to do unpopular opinion of the day today, but that's it. I agree with them. Caleb Martin, does he really deserve a tribute video? Kyle Lowry won a title with the bloody Raptors. Like, who cares? He's a Heat tenure was wildly forgettable. Like, yeah, you didn't win a title. You didn't make an all-star game. You don't get a tribute video. I kind of like it. Shush, nerds. Anyway, last little bit. There was a interesting piece out that the Denver Nuggets were trying their hardest to trade up for Luka Doncic for the number 2 pick back in, what was that, 18? And that was pretty fun. There was a proposal. It was like a couple of firsts and Gary Harris. And Vlade wasn't that keen on Luka, so they were trying to snag him. And Vlade took Marvin Bagley anyway. Great job, Vlade Divac. Just everything that you learn more and more about the Sacramento Kings under Vlade, it's just like, yeah, cooked. Cooked, mate. Anyway, speaking of the Kings, De'Aaron Fox as well as Franz Wagner, were the Western and Eastern Conference players of the week this week, respectively. It's probably because De'Aaron Fox averaged a 40 and a 7. It's pretty good. And Franz Wagner, averaged a 30.7 rebound, 5 assist week. Not bad. Good size. Let's do some game wraps. Game wraps. Today we had 8 games. We didn't do great. I think we were like 3 of 8 on the picks. Brutal today. Anyway, Chicago outlasted Detroit. Weird game. Barrage from 3 in the fourth quarter. Zach LaVine just went absolutely en fuego and put the game away. Detroit got all the way back into this as well. Cade had 26 and 10, 15 and 22 for Jalen Duren. I love Duren, but can he learn how to play proper defense? Beasley had 21. He went 5 of 14 from 3, but the Bulls went 23 of 46 from downtown. Now, I'm no math magician, but I'm pretty sure that's 50%. Zachy Cakes Adam Levine went 7 of 14 from 3. Again, I think that's 50%. For 25 points. He was awesome. He went absolutely off chops at the end. 29 and 12 for Vooch. Just ate up Duren, I'm just saying. 25 on 9 of 14 shooting for Kobe White. He hit 5 of 10 from 3 as well. Again, I think that's 50%. Giddey had 11, 8, and 10. Not a bad game. Detroit dropped to 7 and 9. Chicago moved to 6 and 9. Nice. Philly got smashed by Miami 106-89. Jeez, it'd be much better if they had Joel Embiid and Paul George. Oh, wait! They played! And they were still bad. Philly stink. It is horrible. It's just, it's horrible. There's no other way to put it.
This is horrible. There's no other way to put it.
Butts crushed it. Jimmy Butler came back as well as Embiid came back in, and Embiid looks more done than a vegetarian cook. Like, it looks more underdone than a vegetarian cooked steak. You know what I'm saying? They had a huge run in the third quarter for Miami that basically took control of this game and never let the Sixers look back in. And the Sixers just sucked on offense. Apart from Jared McCain and Paul George getting the line, they have no offense. I don't know what's going on with Nick Nurse. He might have died last year, and they're like weekend at burnings him. I don't know. But McCain was good. 24 and 4, 8 of 16 shooting for him, 4 and 9 from 3. And Embiid had 11, 8 and 5. Blah. And Paul George shot 5 of 13 for his 18 points. Got to the line. Jimmy Butler, though. Tobias Harris over me. 30, 10, and 5 for him. Tyler, there goes my hero. Rooted some other chicken as a kid. 18, 5, and 5. Philly at 2 and 11. That's not good. And Miami 6 and 7. Washington got absolutely straight killed.
So he got straight killed
by the Knickerbockers, 134-106. This was, I thought this game would be close because the Knicks were on a back-to-back. They decided, no, I don't even care if Karl Anthony Towns' back is sore. He's playing. That's that Tibbs right there. This was cooked early as well. They were down 19.5. The Wizards are horrible. Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma came in and just were embarrassing. Like, they were down 38. All point, that's approximate, but it was about there. Because they were cooked earlier. They're down 19.5. Then it got worse and worse. And they only lost by 28 in the end. And that was a good. Campaign went off. Washington were embarrassing. 9 straight losses. Burn it down to the ground. Jordan Poole did nothing. It's like, you've got Poole, you've got Kuzma, just trade him. 11 and 8 for Kuzma. 3 of 7 shooting for 8 points for Jordan Poole. What's the point? Just play the kids. Don't even play the stupid veterans. Just get rid of them. The Knicks went 20 of 40 from 3 because no one in Washington wants to play defense. 6 players in double figures. Cat had 24 and 12. Brunson had 26 and 11. They hit a million threes. They ran away with it. Washington 2-11. New York at 8 and 6. Not bad. Indy lost in Toronto because they don't play defense. 131-19. They tried to cook this late, did the Raptors, but they held on just because RJ Barrett just couldn't miss. He and Teenage Mutant Jakob Poeltl were awesome. But the Pacers, this is it. They just don't play enough defense to be anywhere near reliable. And Tyrese Halliburton, we hit on this the other day. Literally yesterday, I was talking about this on Tyrese Halliburton. Good one game, shit house the next. Good one game, shit house the next. He, I think, managed to skip the good game because he was just shit house in this. 16 points on 18 shots. It was brutal. It was gross. It was basketballing malpractice, some of his shooting. Like, yeah, so that's a back-to-back. He went 4 of 13 yesterday and then 5 of 18. Again, I'm no math magician, but if you're shooting 9 of 31, that's not good. Jeez. That's 2 of 9 from 3 today, 3 of 8 yesterday. Again, that's 5 of 17. 5 of 17. Yeah, again, not good. What are we doing? Oh, he's carrying an injury. Then don't bloody play. He had 5 steals, but Jesus. They got smashed. Siakam had 25, 10, and 5. Benny Mathurin is awesome. He had 28. But with Halliburton stinking and no Miles Turner, they just got steamrolled by the Raptors because RJ Barrett went, hey, it's in that 2-week period where I'm good again. Check this out. He had 39. He was absolutely unstoppable because the Pacers don't want to stop anybody. It's a bit silly. 39, 9, and 5 for him. He shot 13 of 21. He had 30 and 15 with 2 steals, 2 blocks, 2 assists for Teenage Mutant Jakob Poeltl. And that was it. Grady Dick had 15. Hey, Indy, play some defense. You might win one of these games. 6 and 8. They stink. Toronto are 3 and 12. Houston got Dame timed. 101-100 Milwaukee. It's Algonquin for the good land. Got a win. Dame came back. A bit of chaos ensued. Van Vliet got going in the third quarter. Dragged Houston back into this game. Houston got up in the fourth and then cooked it. They rode some awesome defense and then couldn't make a shot. They were 98-92. So that's right. They got outscored 9-2 down the stretch. Not ideal. Jalen Green taketh and Jalen Green giveth away. Giannis and Dame had a couple of wonky moments late, but they managed to just pull it apart or pull it off because Giannis had a sick block on Şengün, who then decided to not go and try to get the ball back. He was just too busy complaining, which is just great. A great vibe. And then Dame hit the game winner. It was awesome. Dame time, baby! So, yeah, with 20 seconds left, Giannis has the block. Dame, with 3.9 seconds left, hits the go-ahead bucket. Boom. Houston can't get the game winner to go. Boom. Off they go. Not great, though, for Houston. 26 points for Fred VanVleet. That's good. He shot 9 of 23. That's bad. Jalen Green had 21 points. That's good. He shot 9 of 24. That's bad. Şengün had 18 points. He shot 8. That's good. He shot 8 of 21. That's bad. So against the Bucks in Milwaukee, Houston should have won this. They did not because their 3 big stars-ish went 26 of 68. That's not good. Just saying. Giannis had 20 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks. Brook had 4 blocks as well with 27 and 10. Dominated the young bigs there of Houston. And Dame ends up with 18 and 10. Houston dropped to 10 and 4. I sort of hit on Houston and like hitting a bit of a schedule bump, having just played a million games. And Milwaukee just desperately needed that game, didn't they? So they're now 4 and 9. Orlando and Phoenix played a really strange game where I talked up Orlando, them on the road. Just don't know if I could buy it. But no Brad Beal, no KD. And away they went. It was awesome. They little brothered them. They just kept them at arm's length the entire game. They outscored them 38-26 in the second quarter and then just ran away with it. The Suns just could never drag themselves into the game properly. Like Jalen Suggs, again, he shot 4 of 11, but he kept like Devin Booker to 5 of 14 and 17 points. He had 18 and 8 from Tyus Jones. No one else did much. Because outside of Brad Beal and Devin Booker and KD, there's not much on this bloody Suns team, is there? Grayson Allen went 4 and 9 from 3 for 17 points, but it just was not enough because the Magic Men got 32, 5 and 8 from Franz Wagner, who looks absolutely unstoppable. He's playing the best basketball in the NBA basically by anybody. That's why he won Eastern Conference Player of the Week. He was unreal. 17 and 10 for Goga. He smashed it. He had 20 from Anthony Black off the bench as well. The rookie looks awesome. He had 9 assists. Great win for Orlando. They're now 9 and 6. That's their second win on the road. And Phoenix now dropped to 9 and 6 as well. sort of slowly just saying they're spiraling. Like, it's getting pretty bad without Kevin Durant. No Brad Beal. They have now dropped 4 on the trot. And then the other 2 games, we had Atlanta eked by Sacramento, an absolute Barry Crocker barn burner shocker. Down the stretch, it was bloody huge. Trae Young had 19 assists and 7 points. It was bizarre. He shot 1 of 7. It was gross. Our man DYSON Daniels had 0 steals, but he had 4 blocks. It was insane. He had 14, 8, and 4. 18 for Zachary Risachet. 14 and 14 for Clint Capella. No Jalen Johnson. The Hawks managed to pull this out. The Kings didn't have the Suvlaki King, Domantas Sabonis. Darren Fox drops 28 points. 7 assists. Trey Lyles with 12 and 10. 33 for our man Keon Ellis. He hit 9 threes. And there was very little else. Kevin Huerta goes 1 and 10 from downtown, and the Kings get rolled at home in a game they probably should have lost, but they won. No, the Kings should have won, but they lost. There you go. 109, 108. Atlanta moved to 7 and 8. Kings 8 and 7. And finally, the Warriors drop a game to the Clippers that they should have won as well, because Steph Curry absolutely just gunning it. 6 of 15 from 3. He had 26, 7 and 6. 22 for Andrew Wiggins. And Cumdog Millionaire at 12 in 19 minutes. There was just very little else. Draymond Green with another solid triple single, 9, 9, and 7. You got 23 for him. Norm Powell. James Harden stunk it up for 4 of 15 shooting. He had 16 assists, though, for 12 points. 15 points from Amir Coffey, who has been like this random, explosive bench player this season. 10 points for Terrence Mann. He had 6 assists as well. And the Clippers just hold on, 102-99. It was absolutely absurd, this game. Just kept the... Zoobs had 17 boards as well. It was absolute chaos. The Warriors came absolutely flying back at them. 3 points, and away we go. They couldn't quite get over the hump. Steph misses the game-tying 3. Gary Payton misses as well, and the Clippers hold on. So Clippers now 8 and 7. Warriors are up to 10 and 3. There you go. NBA Straya approved performer of the night. Who do you reckon this one's going to go to? Geez, actually a couple of good ones, actually. Yeah.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
The Zach LaVine kill shots are amazing. RJ Barrett was incredible, and Teenage Mutant Jakob Poeltl. But Dame time with the game winner was pretty sick. 39 for RJ. Jeez, love that. How about Franz Wagner? Hello. That was a huge win for the Magic Men, who have now won 6 on the trot. And as mentioned, they had won all 5 of their previous games at home. Now they've won 1 on the road. He was absolutely amazing. So that was very, very cool. Franz Wagner, you're the winner of that. How about Spud of the night, Jim?
Spud, 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 it is Spud of the night.
That'd be Tim Hardaway, the lesser, came back from his concussion and I think was still seeing double 1 of 10 shooting. It was brutal to watch. Detroit were just bad today. Not good. Jordan Poole, as I said, why bother rocking up? 3 of 10 for Patch Williams. I'm not convinced he knows how to play basketball. 3 of 12 for Jaden Ivey. Big booty Kyle Lowry. Do you reckon he was annoyed that he didn't get a tribute video from the Miami Heat? Long-time stalwart of the Miami Heat, Kyle Lowry. Seriously, I think that shit is so dumb. I'm like, oh no, you got to give him a tribute video. It makes you feel wanted. I don't know. So does winning a bloody title. And Keon, there's also some other fun sort of stinkers. Yeah, GP2 go 0 of 4. The 1 of 8 for Royce O'Neal was brutal. And 4 of 15 for Harden and Huerta. Not ideal, I'll tell you that much. And no one shot the magic number today, which is pretty crazy. Sometimes, oh wait, no, we did get one. It was from Fred VanVleet. What did he do? He shot it on 3s. Chill! That's right, he went and shot 311. Thank you, Fred. You saved it, everybody. All right, old mate, no mates.
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 Who's got no mates today? Obviously, Caleb Martin and Kyle Lowry. They're in Miami. But again, as I said, you don't get a tribute video if you don't win a title or go to an all-star game and whatever. But Mo Bamba also was like, yeah, look, I plan on playing him back-to-back, so I'm not Joel Embiid. Just Casually thrown under the bus by Mo Bamba, of all people. That was awesome. Pantsing of the 9. I mean, what New York did to, like, Washington was just brutal. But Giannis blocking Şengün's game winner, that's like an all-time, proper pantsing. But Dyson Daniels blocked De'Aaron Fox at the buzzer to seal that win for the Atlanta Hawks today. You better believe blocking a game sealer or a game winner attempt. So you have the game sealing block on the attempted game winner. That's a pantsing. Dyson Daniels goes bang! All right. Who was better than Lonzo Ball?
Lonzo was the best player in high school. He was the best player in college. You think he'll get to the pros and be like, I made it to the pros, now I can be average. He's coming for everybody.
Coming for everybody. Keon Ellis, the young man there in Sacramento. I love me some Keon Ellis. He had 33 points today, went 9 of 15 from downtown. That equals Lonzo Ball's career high of 33. 9 threes, I think, is one more than Lonzo's career high as well. He also had 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, and 1 steal. Keon Ellis, boom. But also, Jared McCain. Here's a fun list. Joel Embiid, Allen Iverson, Jerry Stackhouse, Jared McCain. Jared McCain just joined them with his 5th straight 20-point game as a Sixers rookie. That's pretty bloody good. I love Jared McCain. I'm all here for it. All right, good stuff there. Now, let's take a quick break. Be back with the standings check-in right after. Let's say this.
This is Cam Glidden.
This is Anthony Drimmick.
This is Mitch McCarron.
This is Jason Kadee.
This is Daryl McDonald.
Hey guys, this is Hugh Greenwood.
Yo, what's going on? This is Illy.
This is Mark Worthington, or commonly known as Wortho, and you're listening to NBA Straya.
You're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA
And you're listening to
Straya.
NBA Straya.
You're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
You're listening to NBA Straya.
All right, let's do it. Standings check. I just wanted to have a quick look at the standings because it has been such a chaotic first month of the season, right? We're basically getting into the first month this week. A bunch of teams have sort of played 12 to 15 games at this point. Essentially, it's sort of everyone's like at least, I think, 13 or so. So, where do we stand after this first little bit of the season? It's like maybe, a 5th? Sounds about right. And I'm just making that up. Math magician. So at the top of the East, you of course have the Cleveland. Oh, that's right. Cleveland Cavaliers. They are 15-0. Only the 4th team ever to start 15-0. They're flying. They play Boston tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. If they win that, it is on for young and old. But they look amazing. We have Boston second in the East at 11-3. With another couple of wins on the trot. Orlando have steadied the ship. They've won 6 on the trot. After losing all those away games, they ripped off 5 straight at home, and now they've got another win on the road to be 9-6, sitting in 3rd. In 4th, you have the New York Knickerbockers of New York City at 8-6. Feeling pretty good. They've won 3 on the trot as well. A couple of big wins over Brooklyn, and then a big back-to-back win today. In a game where I expected Washington to maybe try to catch them unawares, Tibbs is not going to be caught unawares. You're never going to catch Tibbs napping, just saying. The Hawks, with that win today, are now 5th in the East at 7-8. That's huge. Huge, I told you. Miami are 6-7 after their win over the Sixers, which is pretty good for them as well, because it feels like this is a team that's on the edge of just we don't know what we are. Butts comes back from his ankle injury, looking pretty good. 7-9, Detroit are in 7th. Need to pick up the defense, but you can see the outline of a fun, weird, janky team there. Well, maybe not fun. It's certainly janky. The Indiana Pacers are 6-8. Now, this is the thing. They've lost, they've gone 5-5 in their last 10. They're 6-8. They're so hard to get a read on just because their defense stinks. And without Miles Turner today, it was always going to be a hard one. The Bulls are 9th at 6-9. Nice. Which is about right for this Bulls team. They both suck and blow. The Charlotte Hornets are 5-8. They are awesome at home. They're 4-3, and they're horrible on the road. They're 1-5. That's the Hornets experience. Brooklyn are 5-9 in 11th, same as the Milwaukee Bucks. The Nets have a negative point differential of 0.32. Minus 3.2, and have lost 3 on the trot. The Bucks trending slightly more upwards though. Defense is getting better. Offense is slowly getting there. 5-9. And then you've got the crap sandwich at the bottom of the East. You've got the 3-12 Raptors with their win today. You got the Wizards who have lost 9 straight and just flat out stink, but they're playing the kids. It's okay, but then they don't play the kids and they play the old dudes and they're bad as well. What's the point of that? No one knows. And at the bottom, the Philadelphia 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6ers. Oh, geez. 2-11. You are 9 games below 500 now, Philly. Look out. This is the danger zone because the Sixers, in their next little run of games, just saying, you're 2-9 already. Now you play in Memphis. You come back to play Brooklyn at home. You host the Clippers. You host the Rockets. You then play at the Pistons, at the Hornets. You have some winnable games. This could turn around quickly, or it could absolutely turn into a terrible hole that you're not going to get out of this year, at which point you should pack up Joel Embiid and Paul George and just hit them. Just saying. Outback Takehouse. All right. That is the East. Out West, OKC are at the top of the West at the moment, 11-3. After dropping that game the other day to the Dallas Mavericks. A bit of a tough one, but they still have the best point differential in the West and the second best overall in the NBA. Not bad at 11.9. 11-3 is good. 10-3 next are the Golden State Warriors, losing today. Had a chance to be on top of the West, but now here they are. They have an incredible point differential as well, plus 9.5. That's the 4th best in the NBA. And it feels like their defense, it could be a little bit smoky and mirrorsy, but they're 10-3 because they're just bloody good. They've just got perimeter dudes they can throw at you. Today was a bit of a disappointment against the Clippers, but still good. 4-1 at home, 6-2 away. Not bad. Number 3, the Los Angeles Lakers.
The Lakers
are okay and taking advantage of a fluffy schedule. They're 9-4. They've won 5 on the trot. Jim, are you ever going to give the Lakers credit? No, I'm just not. But it's okay. Bronny's not going to play against the Jazz because he's got a bruised heel. And my dad says I don't have to play against the Jazz. They host the Jazz, so that should be another win. They then host the Magic, then host the Nuggets. Go to Phoenix, go to the San Antonio Spurs. Interesting next 5 games. Just saying. They could be cruising. They could be like 14-4 after those 5 games. Suns are injured. Orlando aren't very good on the road. Ooh, look out now. Lakers could be flying. You'd hate to be flying and then just disappoint everybody, wouldn't you? Even after today's loss, the Rockets are 10-5 and in 4th. Not bad. That was a disappointing one. They should have beaten the Bucks today. But again, sometimes when you got that many dudes and your 3 best dudes aren't that good and you're not playing your other dudes, you get in trouble. Phoenix is still 9-6, despite having lost 4 in a row. No KD, no hope. Maybe. But obviously no Beal as well is a real kick in the dick. 9-6 for the Suns. Denver have lost 2 on the trot. They are 7-5. That's a weird one. No Joker, no Nuggets, obviously. So hopefully he's back soon. The Grizzlies are 8-6, same as the Wolves in 7-8. They are both Memphis has nobody. They don't have Ja Morant. He's still week to week. They're getting more imaging done on him today. So we don't know when we're going to get Ja Morant back. And the Wolves, look, they've been very, very scratchy. 2 nice wins over the weekend. They need to right the ship. The Clippers are 8-7, and so are the Sacramento Kings. They're both in 9-10. The Kings was a tough loss today, even without the Souvlaki King. The way that Trey shot, you should have beaten them. I'm just saying. Anyway, Dallas is 7-7 and currently out of the playoffs. They're in 11th in the West, which just goes to show you how absolutely terrifying the West is. They're in 11th. They're 500. They're 7-7. There are currently 4 teams in the entire East above 500. 4. The Mavs are 11th and they're 500. That is unbelievable. Then you have the Spurs at 6-8 in 12. Very up and down. You've got 3 straight wins now under the belt for the Portland Trailblazers, who have just gone, fuck it, we'll give it to Shaden Sharp. Love that. They're both, so the Spurs and Blazers are both 6-8. Both very interesting. And then the Pelicans, 4-10. You feel like at some point they'll get healthier, but who knows? And then the Jazz are 3-10. So interesting ones there. Like the West is obviously terrifying. And then with so many injuries besetting the Suns, the Nuggets, the Grizzlies, like the fact that the Grizzlies keep sort of winning here and there, the Suns and Nuggets keep dropping them, It is absolute chaos as a result, and it's very, very fun. So that is your standings check right now. Whew, can't wait to do power rankings tomorrow. We'll drop that into the show, I reckon, as well. All right, let's do a quick Australian player watch. Very quick today because there wasn't too many Aussies in action because neither of the Rockets boys got on there. But Josh Giddey in that 122-112 win over Detroit, he had 11, 8, and 10. Not bad. He shot 5 of 10 from the floor, 1 of 4 from 3. He was a plus 13. Not bad. 4 turnovers, bit of a tough one, but he had a sick dunk. So go check that out. Johnny Furphy got out there for 8 minutes against the Raptors. He had 3 points, hit 1 3. He took 2 shots. They were both threes. He hit one of them. That's not bad. That's 50%. He had 1 turnover as well. DYSON Daniels was the story today, though, wasn't he? Wasn't he? Oh, jeez. He's always the story in my bloody book, I'll tell you. Because he's awesome, you see. Played 39 minutes, did Dyson. He shot 6 of 14 from the floor on his way to 14 points. He went 2 of 5 from 3. He had 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 0 steals, but 4 blocks, including the game winner. Unreal. 2 turnovers, 3 fouls. Awesome game from him. You'd love to see it. Both Jock Landale and Jack McVeigh, the Unabomber cop, did not play coaches' decisions against Milwaukee. And what happened to Imo Udoka? Oh, that's right, you lost. Just saying. Play your bloody Aussies. And that was it for all the Aussies today. All right, good stuff. How are we doing for time? We are at about a half hour, so let's go and do some game previews. Game previews! Game previews! Thanks, Inadvertent Bane. Not a problem, Jim. How's it all going? Oh, it's pretty good, actually. Had a very, very busy day. Squids. Solo dadding is going great. It is now in the back of my brain that this is old mate just like test driving, just kicking me to the curb. She's like, yeah, I'm in New York. She's like in Noosa, just hanging out. Anyway, it's been a chaotic day, so we've done an NFL show. I had to do that as a solo pod. A bunch of other work, meetings, all this sort of stuff. And had to like drop the car out to get service, had to replace its tires and all this sort of stuff. So it's cost me an arm and a leg. Anyway, but we got home. We're all flying and just got to knock this one over, get it out there. And this will be I think this is a good vibe for the Tuesdays, just to sort of punch through it, get you up to speed, make sure we're on top of things. I like the standings check. And of course, it means we also can look at the NBA Cup games for the Wednesdays for the rest of the month, right? So tomorrow we have Cleveland at Boston. That's right. The undefeated Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Boston Celtics in Boston. The top 2 seeds in the East right now. This is an absolute belter of a game. And the Celtics are 5.5-point favorites. I'm taking Cleveland. Like, there has been nothing this year. That's right, Cleveland. To tell me that I shouldn't back up Cleveland. They look awesome. They are smashing teams. They are awesome. And this is a really fun, weird, bizarre, awesome matchup against Boston where Cleveland have size. They have scoring guards. They have wings that can do a little bit, but you've got more, like in my brain, it's more about the bigs who can at least back up their wings and play a little bit of defense against Tatum, Brown, and co. So I'm going to take Cleveland plus 5.5 in that one. We then have Brooklyn minus 2.5 against Charlotte. No, they're 3.5-point favorites against Charlotte. Now, I mentioned Charlotte stink on the road. I'm going to take Brooklyn in this one, minus 3.5. LaMelo will probably go off, but Cam Thomas versus that Charlotte Hornets team. Brooklyn, I think, will get on the board here and get a sneaky win. The Hornets on the road, it's just no good. Denver go to Memphis. They are 4.5-point underdogs, which tells me that they do not believe that there will be any Jokic for tomorrow's game. So I think Denver have been really, really bad without the Joker, right? And I kind of feel like we're going to see them to step up just that little bit more tomorrow. I'm going to take the Denver Nuggets against the Memphis Grizzlies without Ja. I'm getting the 4.5 points. This is a pretty interesting game. It's NBA Cup, don't forget. Denver need to win this. So I reckon there'll be a little bit of Michael Malone desperation, and off they go. Dallas host the Pelicans, who are all sorts of banged up. That's an 11.5-point spread. I am very tempted to take plus 11.5 for the Pelicans just because Dallas don't seem to really dominate and destroy innate teams. It's kind of like the thing that they do. They make things really, really hard on themselves a lot of the time. But if you go through some of the Mavs wins, remember they're 7-7. They've beaten San Antonio by 11. They've beaten the Jazz only by 8. Minnesota by 6. They smashed Orlando at home by like 23, and they beat the Bulls by 20. They took care of San Antonio again by 17 and then got by OKC. So I feel like they do sort of have it in them. Let's go Dallas minus 11.5. That's a bit of a risky one, especially with the line that big. But as long as Luke is playing, let's go. OKC take on the San Antonio Banderas Spurs. Oklahoma are 8.5-point favorites in San Antonio. I like their offense a lot. I don't like San Antonio's defense from what I've seen of it. I'm going to take OKC minus 8.5. We do get robbed of a Chet versus Wemby rematch again. But I think the Thunder with SGA and co will be a little bit too tough for San Antonio. There's too much wing scoring. There's too much guard scoring. Even if Wemby goes off, I think OKC can... Actually, it's a bit tricky because they don't have anyone taller than like 6'7". Actually, maybe. Just maybe. Do you reckon San Antonio... no, I'm going to go OKC. I trust them more than Wemby dropping 50 to keep that close. Then we have Utah going to the LA Lakers. The Lakers with basically their NBA Cup live sort of, in front of them. They're 10.5-point favorites against the Jazz. Actually, it's 11.5. I'm going to take the Jazz in this one. But Jim, you just ragged on San Antonio. Yeah, look, the Jazz have Lauri Markkanen. They have Jordan Jeremy Clarkson, John Collins, and they have played a little bit of sport the last little bit. So I'm going to take Utah in that one. And that is a very fun NBA Cup Day 3 for you. And that's it for today. So we're taking Cleveland, Brooklyn, Denver, Dallas, OKC, and Utah tomorrow at the moment. That should be a fun set of games. Cleveland-Boston is the best game of the season already, so I can't wait. So we'll be back on deck tomorrow. Make sure you're following NBA Straya on Twitter, Facebook, IG, TikTok, and YouTube, of course. We're all over the socials. That's what we do. Get around NFL Straya. Just myself this week, solo potting about the NFL. That's already up. Go check it out. Check us a rating and review on your podcast app, whatever you use. Your Apple Podcasts, your Spotify, YouTube Music, your Android ones, whatever they are. They're all weird. Go leave a review. Leave a comment. Make sure you've done 5 stars. I don't have to fight you, but I will. Come on, help a brother out, would you? Get around the other shows as well. Cricket Today podcast with the India Test Series coming up. That's awesome. They're smashing that at the moment. The Football Today podcast with all your soccer needs. What else have we got? We've got AFLW today. We've got the prelims this week, grand final the week after. It's going to be awesome. And, of course, hold all tickets for all your GGs. Good stuff right there. So chuck a rating review on all of them, would you? Come on. Help a brother out. Big thanks always go to From Oslo for the intro and outro song. Go check out the new band as well. House Hatch as well as Joshua De Laurentiis, Fascinator Gold Mines, Ramshackle Army, Iowa, Sex Jedi, Green, and Dozers. They're behind all the tunes you hear throughout the show. Smash them all at Bandcamp, Triple J and Earth, Facey Apple Music, whatever. Have you listened to your tunes? Listen to those bands. NBA Straya Sports Australian band, so should you. All right, that's it for today's brief show. We will catch you tomorrow, you dickheads. Look after yourselves, would you? And... Little Hosanna!